plays. And a shot attempt by Arizona is a play call for him on the offensive glass.
Omoruyi, who is their second leading scorer, and a guy that is tough and brings a lot of energy. The coaching staff absolutely loves him. He's a transfer from Rutgers. We weren't sure he was going to play tonight because of a bruise
I've seen this year. Very well done.
Duarte connects again. So Chris Duarte, 2 of 2, 5 points. Leads the conference in made threes per game.
Yeah, leads the league in steals.
And there is Kepnong with the slam.
You know, the value of a big guard, Dave, that can drag defenders with him when he drives. That's exactly what Duarte does. He doesn't just bring his guy with him. He brings 2 or 3 other blue jerseys with him, which opens up the offensive glass on the weak side.
Frank Kepnong playing in just his 12th game of the season. He reclassified and joined the team at quarter break. Three-pointer is good for.
So they're doing a good job when they switch of switching out high and switching out hot, not giving space at all to that ball screen offense of Oregon.
Mathurin with the rebound off the Lawson miss. Arizona playing its final game of the season, ineligible for the postseason, self-imposed ban for not just the NCAA tournament. And they would have been on the cusp of making the NCAA tournament, but they will not be able to play in the Pac-12 tournament either. So it'll be 5 teams that get a first-round bye in Vegas as Williams.
A three-pointer. Tubelis' numbers last week in the 2 games, Jim, 17 points and 11.5 rebounds against UCLA and SC. Tubelis that time swatted by Wright. That's it back in
their schedule to really understand what the matchup zone is all about.
There's Brown on another 3. Offensive rebound by Mathurin.
Yeah, but if they can keep the shots coming from the outside Washington and make sure they don't charge it, then you'll have a good opportunity.
Arizona, meantime, really struggling with their shot here at the start. They're 2 of their first 10. And UW not much better. 3 of 9.
Shot selection not the greatest.
Mathurin, kind of a wild shot. But short.
Yeah, that was a nice set play for him. Coming right back to him when he hits one, trying to get the streaky shooter going.
The reset to Kerr. Now back to Akinjo. Screen set by Jordan Brown. Still plenty of time to shoot. Good looking shot for Mathurin, a little bit short.
Well, 10 threes or more, they'd probably be in business this afternoon because they're not real good on the post and scoring down low.
Sahonis lost the handle. Terrell Brown is going to reset as we come up on the 8-minute mark left before halftime. Brown into the paint. Now to Mathurin.
Good reaction, though, in the corner.
The freshman forces the issue right.
Sure was. He hit one from the deep corner on the right side earlier, but that's a nice little step-away shot there to space up. Give yourself a little bit of room to get that shot off.
Ties the game at 19, just under the 7-minute mark. Mathurin on a corner 3. Spinarco Creaser. Got a little bit of a ring to it.
It does have a ring.
So a 1-point Arizona lead. We hit the 2-minute mark now of this first half. Akinjo probing.
See the 2 guys who are coming out fast and far.
Mathurin. Offensive rebound to Bellis, one of the top. Put Washington back in front.
Yeah, mixing it up a little bit, too, because you touched on how good he is from the outside. So you kind of think he's going to pull up either mid-range or long-range. And they're a little drift. But watch again.
Mathurin spot up 3. Got it. Here's Creaser again. Making his return from the groin injury. And then Mathurin.
Lute Olson, coach that I played for here at Arizona, but John Wooden on that list as well. That's some great company.
The man behind me said, wow. Three-pointer, no good for Arizona. Great honor. Ira Lee checking in for the first time in game. Ball stripped away. Back into the hands of his teammate. Ball slippery. Going up is Bennedict.
There you see the penetration kick, the spacing of the floor. They try to go one-on-one, and then it's the skip pass that's so lethal for the Cougars.
Surprised he took that shot so early in the shot clock. Floater. Bounce. Get in there for Ben Mathurin.
7 feet tall right there. You can't teach that kind of height. Come in the game, get the nice putback. Big time.
It's Markovetsky checking into the game for the Cougars. Going up. Bonton try to kiss it off the glass. No. Stays a 10-point game for Arizona. They starting to pick up. Working baseline. Out to Mathurin. That three is good.
And there's a nice easy bucket right there for the Cougars to see if they can build on that with the defensive stop. But going back to Noah Williams, 1 for 6 from downtown, struggling today. Arizona taking full advantage of his off night.
He's 1 for 12 overall. Coming off 40-piece. Turnover, Arizona by 15. Washington State still battling. I think that's 16.
But like we said earlier, you got to give Arizona a ton of credit. They put the defensive screws to the Cougars in the second half. They just weren't able to ever get their offense going. And big plays like that.
He doesn't want to see that again, but Sean Miller definitely wants to see him be effective.
As his Wildcats try to get back on track, they've lost 5 of their last 7 games after starting this season 12-3. It's a very young group, one of the least experienced teams in the conference. Here's the sophomore postman, Koloko. Goes outside for a 3 that's short from Bennedict Mathurin. And a long rebound tracked down by Andy Enfield pays close attention to. Really everybody across college basketball does at this point. But I think he was ahead of his time a little bit, paying attention to some of the more advanced numbers. Very pleased seeing those looking the way they do.
Well, also bringing in guys that kind of fit your system and your mantra. It makes it a lot easier for the transition to happen where they can blend their talents into what the coaching staff is preaching regarding offense.
Shoot threes. Coming into tonight, 33 of his 36 attempts in Pac-12 player from the three-point line. Run him off that line.
Kirk Kriisa with all 6 points early on here for Arizona, playing just his 8th game of the season. What is the game at 21? Arizona now 5 of 9 from 3. Akinjo 2 of 2.
Yeah, Akinjo was hard to guard. He's shooting 44% from the three-point line, Dave. So you have to hard close out to him, which then opens up his drive game.
Ago, but 24 points over his last 2 games and 6 points here tonight. Good defense by Arizona against Omoruyi, but the Ducks will keep it. Williams will hoist the 3, and it's good.
What kind of shape I would be in, you know? But he's a great story, and he's had a terrific season.
What a bright future Tubelis has in front of him. Here's Jamal Bay, who's playing some of the best basketball of his career.
The Huskies are throwing themselves around underneath the basket. They had 4 of those black shirts going after the basketball. That's exactly what they need. Mike Hopkins knows they have to get back and keep Arizona off the offensive glass. Watch out.
There's Mike Hopkins trying to get his program a win to close out their season here on the road in Tucson.
Yeah, and he basically said that if he could get his team to knock back 10 threes or more, they'd probably be in business this afternoon, because they're not real good on the post and scoring down low. Do either keep their bodies moving, because the baseline in the middle of the floor are both going to be open, but if Washington closes the middle, those corners are going to be open, as we just saw there.
Arizona missed their first 8 threes. They've hit 2 of their last 3. Sahonis,
you know, against that front line, getting 15 rebounds, that's monumental.
And something you rarely see, Jim, from a freshman. His numbers have actually gone up in conference play.
Yeah. He's actually up in the last, 10, 14 games, up +6 on his scoring.
Pretty.
But they really didn't go after it. You know, when you see the 2 front guys for Washington come out and double team, you clearly are going to have problems defending underneath the basket. And that was a great recognition by Arizona to take control of that offensive set.
Koloko, the sophomore, born in Cameroon. So much international flavor on this Arizona team. Boy, pretty floater. Left hand kind of broke through. Got probably their most impressive win of the season last Saturday. They won at USC, which at the time was the 17th ranked team in the country. First win over a ranked team for Arizona this year. So they really feel like in a difficult year, they're peaking at
nice hands.
The time you want to see. Offensive rebound.
Get that pass. He fills up.
And look at right to steal. Knocked it away from Koloko. That last three ending a 10-0 Arizona run. And just like that, it's a 5-point game.
And this is where you want to milk a little bit of the clock.
Green splits two, gets it to Bay. Looked like potentially a kick. No whistle. And this will be a jump.
So you see, you get the three down one end, and I know three is better than two, but you just can't give up that easy two after you're getting those shots and working pretty hard for your shots down the offensive end.
Brown, actually a Seattle kid, taking on his hometown team today. This is Sahonis, steps into a three. And he just cannot get his
chance at it here.
Koloko checking into the game. Guarded the inbounds pass, which goes into the hands of Deshaun Jackson.
He's just going to take his time. He's got a one-on-one if he wants the ball in the post. There's the double team.
He gets it back, double team, glass, no. Grabbing the board, Arizona.
And right now, the Cougars have been in it for about 10 minutes because it's paying dividends. They're getting stops. They're keeping their players fresh. No one's committing fouls.
Corner three for the Cougars. Knock it down. TJ too.
And that's what Arizona wants against that zone. They want some motion, some cutting, create some opportunities.
Jackson checks back into the game for the Cougars. In the paint, finds a teammate. Corner three, thought about it. No, Yakimowski still working. Tough shot, doesn't fall. Rebound Arizona. Bench. Akinjo blocking the number 13 for Arizona. Noah Williams with the ball. Kuntz. Yakimowski on the floor for the Cougars. As is Efa Abujidi. That's a pressure from Arizona. That's TJ Bamba. 5 on the shot clock. Deep three. Too strong. Taking their time. That's what the Cougars do. Working baseline. Throw it away. Nobody around
to start trending in the right direction. And I know that's one of those social media words, but it's real. The guys expect to win. They come out and fight. And you had to take over and change the culture with the Cougars. And he's done an outstanding job with that.
Young team. They started 3 freshmen in tonight's game. Rodman's working. Rodman is fouled. DJ Rodman out of J. Sarah in Newport Beach. Draws it. TJ Bamba with the ball in his hands. Pass deflected. Turnover.
Great hands by Brown to Kinjo with the penetration and the dish, setting the table for his teammates.
Bamba in the paint. Wow, shot, man.
Got to go a little stronger. Get you the possession, and you hit him at the high post. Good team basketball. Once again, I believe it was Akinjo with the vision.
15-point lead for the Wildcats, biggest of the game. Three-pointer, no. Into the hands of
Tracked down by Drew Peterson.
Yeah, I know it's been said, too. It's just one of those years with COVID and having a young team not having the adequate practice time on the court to correct those mistakes. They come back to haunt you.
Tajidi, who has just turned it on late. Good vision for Mobley. White's three. Not there. And a rebound for Lee.
The Wildcats shooting 64% from the floor. Koloko will go to the bench, but Arizona's got a lot of size, and that's the one thing that UCLA doesn't have unless Cody Riley can play a ton of minutes. Good drive there, but he had it rejected.